Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday. So I just wanted to check in with the parents out there real quick. For the good parents out there that's taking time, energy, and effort and pouring into their kids, trying to lead them and guide them down the right path, trying to be the right example for their kids. And for the kids that's also used to being accustomed to a certain lifestyle, or some kids that, typically may have more than their friends or whatever the case may be, they blessed, right? They got more than what they need, right? Them same kids, y'all got to be careful, because the same kids that you go and you bend over backwards for, them be the same kids that have you questioning whether or not you're a good parent or not when they can't have their way. So I want y'all to be very clear about what you do, what you provide, and how you show up for them kids. Don't let them kids guilt trip y'all into thinking that y'all not good parents. Don't let them kids guilt trip y'all into thinking that y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do. And more than half of the time, y'all the primary, if not the only parent that's showing up. So be mindful to make sure that you tap into yourself and you pat yourself on the back and you remember to yourself that you are the good parent. You are the parent that's showing up and doing what you're supposed to do. You are the parent that's pouring into these kids. You are the parent that's spending the time, not just the finances, but the time as well. And actually stealing life lessons and teaching them and building on them and helping them to be better and do more, and also holding them accountable for their actions. You're not the bad parent because you're showing up. It's easy to turn the other cheek. It's easy to, they just don't want to. It's easy to say, they ain't feel like, and I asked them and they didn't want to do it. Or it's easy to say, I called them and they ain't want to. It's harder to show up even on the days that you feel low. It's harder on the days when you don't feel good. It's harder on the days that your vibration ain't where it's supposed to be, and you still got to put on your mama hat or your daddy hat and still show up for these kids day in and day out. Don't let them kids guilt trip y'all into thinking that y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do. And this is specifically for the parents that show up on the day in and day out. Not the part-time parents. I'm talking about the parents that show up and do what they supposed to do for the kids. Giving them what they ain't even got left in their body. Giving them all of what they got. And then trying to work off of what's left over. Because it's taxing sometimes. Right? We as parents can be honest and say, having children is a beautiful thing. But it also, for when you're doing it the right way, it can be a lot. It can be exhausting mentally and physically. Especially for each kid, you got to handle them differently if you have different children. And if you got one, sometimes that one is a lot. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You're human. As long as you continue to show up for them kids and you do what you're supposed to do and you do your best, don't let them kids get trip y'all into thinking or manipulating y'all into thinking, I need more, do more, or you ain't do this and you ain't do that. You know what you're doing. Don't let no children tell you otherwise. What may look like you being hard on them, what may look like you being the not fun parent or whatever, it's going to pay off in the long run. They're going to appreciate that later on. So don't worry about what they're saying now. Continue to do what you're doing. Be consistent and showing up for them kids the way you're supposed to. All the rest of that will fall in line. Later on, they'll call you one day and they'll say, thank you, Ma. I appreciate you being there and showing up the way you did for me. I realize now what you was doing. Or, thanks, Pops, for always showing up, even when I ain't feel like being bothered, or even when I was acting dry, or even if I wanted to rebel, you still showed up for me and I still could rely and count on you. That's what matters. What your kids think about you as they get older, because right now you might be the villain, but later on down the line, you're going to be the hero. Because what you poured into them, they'll be able to take that on for life lessons moving forward. So don't let them guilt trip y'all. Y'all continue to show up and be great and do great. And be the proper representation example for your kids. So later on down the line, they ain't got to say, I didn't have the tools and the skills. You did, because I showed up the way I was supposed to. You chose not to do what I showed you to do. And you can rest assured at night knowing and have peace of mind knowing that you did what you were supposed to do. All right? Y'all go be great. Happy Monday. Be productive.